welcome back. So some South African students continue to be stranded at the Ukrainian border. Now, those fleeing the country as Russia continues to invade claim that they're being treated unfairly and poorly. But now 3 South Africans have come together to try and help some of their countrymen and women stuck at the border. And one of those good Samaritans is SA expat Haley Reichert, who lives in London. She joins us now. Haley, a good afternoon to you. Thank you so much for giving us your time. I mean, from London, what are you hearing about the treatment that our South African students are getting in the Ukraine, and your plan to try and help them out?
Hi, thank you so much for having me, Naledi. So we have had some students who've had pretty horrific experiences at the Polish borders. And I'm sure, as you would have seen, some of the visuals that have been coming out are true. So we've had, including a 70-year-old South African Indian male who also received similar treatment. They are standing at those queues. They are walking for anywhere up to about 12 hours. Those in cars, I think the car queues are probably 80, 90 hours. They are being treated worse than cattle. So what is happening is they are putting all the Ukrainians through, sorry, and then they are putting the foreign women and children through. And what happened on Saturday night at the Medica border, where one of our South Africans were, and there were a few other South Africans en route, there was some trouble that broke out because the foreign national males were getting extremely angry and were retaliating against the police. Our South African male at the front, he decided to turn around and go back to Lviv after I don't even know how he was still standing, but about 3 or 4 days took him. He finally managed to get into Slovakia. The South African students, they were Black South African female students who then passed through after him. They were stuck at that border, I think, for about 36, possibly 48 hours. And they were left outside. They were all the Black Africans were kind of herded into one area. They were left outside. They were held at gunpoint. They couldn't go forward. They couldn't go backward. They were stuck in the no man's land between the 2 country border posts. They were hit. One of ours had been trampled whilst walking and she had an injury. And yeah, the treatment of the Africans and apparently Indians as well has been disgusting. I've seen visuals where they are going on to trains and pulling off foreign nationals off the trains. And it's disgusting, and it is a human rights injustice.
Yeah. Would you categorize this as racist, and what is it that can be done?
Yeah, it is. We've had, racist. Like our South African chap, they actually kept stopping him once he was making his way to the other borders. They kept stopping him because they thought he was Russian, because he looked like a Russian. There's preferential treatments. We don't know if it's all foreign nationals. We have not heard anything about white foreign nationals having issues, but we certainly have got a lot of information on Black Africans and Indians who have been discriminated against.
Right. Haley, what are you doing to help them out, and what assistance do you need at this stage?
So there's the 3 of us. There is wearesouthafricans.com, and there are 2 phenomenal students. One is in Moscow, and it's the 6 of us that have bandied together, and we are basically doing the heavyweight and basically the work of government. I do want to make a differentiation between the ambassadors and DIRCO. The 3 ambassadors to Ukraine, Hungary, and Poland have been fantastic. They've been calling us constantly, and I feel like they are doing everything in their power, but they are not getting enough support from DIRCO. I have had to, and I cannot believe I'm going to say this on TV, but I actually want to thank the EFF. We contacted the EFF today because we have a number of crises on our hands. And within 5 minutes, they had me on the phone to our acting DG for DIRCO. I've literally just sent an email off to them listing our South African citizens that some of them need documentation. They cannot cross the border because they do not have passports, and some of them are in areas where there is no transport. We have some stuck in Kiev and Sumy. We've got 2 South Africans and a Botswanan, which is right on the Russian border. Everywhere, all the roads around them, everything has been bombed, and we're very, very scared. I had their mom contacting me today as well, one of the students, begging and pleading to tell her what is going on.
Yeah. Well, keep up the good work, Haley, and keep us updated as well. All the best, and thank you so much for doing this amazing service for your countrymen. Haley Reichardt there, who lives in London but is an SA expat.